strength to carry on, and you cast your fears aside, and you know you can survive. So when you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong.
Hello. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here tonight. So I guess I'll just get right to my speech. I'm going to give you the speech that I'm going to be giving at my regional competition in June. So I hope you guys enjoy. Life is not always about holding good cards, but sometimes playing a poor hand well. Jack London spoke these words, and I can definitely relate it to my life. Hi, I'm Rylie, and growing up in Tooele, the first cards that were dealt in my hand were my family. I had my king, that's my dad, my queen, that's my mom, and my jack, who is my brother. Although most people would say, he's a joker. But so far, so good, am I right? It was great. But what life didn't tell me is that it's full of bad cards. My family, my parents in particular, were heavily addicted to drugs. That was a bad card that eventually affected all my good cards in my hand, and they all slowly fell away. I felt like I had the worst deck around. Eventually, my parents didn't have time for me, so they enrolled me into the Boys and Girls Club, which ended up being one of the best cards in my deck. I had friends at club. They wanted to hang out with me and play tag. Who does that, right? It was great. And I had my counselors who believed in me and helped me get my grades up. Because of club, my deck felt fuller. Life has this really nasty habit, though, of throwing in a bad card just when things start to seem good. My queen left our family, and our king made a threat against her, and he was thrown in prison. I was in 8th grade at the time and was put in the care of my grandmother. I felt like I had nothing to be proud of. That year, however, my club counselor saw that even though I had been dealt one of the worst decks around, I was playing it like I had one of the best. That year, they awarded me with our local Youth of the Year award for the first time. I was in 8th grade, so going into high school, that gave me the confidence to try out for many extracurricular activities. And club has also taught me the importance of being perseverant, determined, and to always keep my head up. All throughout high school, I ran for student government and unfortunately lost. But this year, because of the lessons I've learned at club, I'm proud to say that I'm the vice president of my senior class. Besides all the great lessons that my club counselors have taught me, they've also given me some great advice. One piece of advice came from my club director at the time, Ms. Marcia Hill. She saw that even though all my cards were falling around me and I had basically no support left, there was one card that stood tall. It was me. Yeah. She said that She said that I could be an anomaly and that I could play my hand so much differently than what it was now. She has no idea how much her words have affected me and really changed my life, but I strive to be an anomaly every single day. Eventually, I want to become a neurosurgeon. That's my dream. That's what I want to do. And because of my club counselors and everything that the club has given me, I believe and know that I can get there. And after I've had my fun in the operating room, I plan on coming back to the club to become a club counselor. I want to provide kids the same message that my club counselors have provided me constantly. That even though I may not have been dealt the best deck around, and even if you haven't been dealt the best deck around, you can still play your hand to be one of the best. Thank you.